Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeannie Blaylock. Thank you so much for tuning in to First Coast News at 5.
And I'm Heather Crawford. We're glad you're with us. Early voting now officially closed in a lot of counties throughout Georgia. So for Georgia viewers, your last chance to cast a ballot in the primary will be during Tuesday's election. But Georgia voters will have unique ballots this year, and many of them have politically slanted questions based on party affiliation. Rich Donnelly is on your side to break down the ballot.
Heather, Georgia is unique in that there is many possibilities, but no party affiliation is attached to a voter's registration. So when voters head to the ballot box for the primary on Tuesday, they'll be able to choose whether they receive a Democratic ballot or a Republican one. And the ballot you choose will mean you'll be answering extremely different questions. Beyond expected elements on the primary ballot, like choosing candidates for sheriff or state representative, voters in Georgia will vote on advisory questions about topics like abortion, the minimum wage, and immigration reform that don't actually impact the law. An example of these questions deals with gun control, and it's only available for voters who choose the Democratic primary ballot. Should the United States and the state of Georgia protect Georgians from gun violence by banning assault weapons and large-capacity magazines, closing background check loopholes, and passing other common-sense gun safety reforms?
These questions don't affect public policy in any way formally. They do offer political leaders a glimpse into the voters' minds on some topics. The issues are usually hyper-partisan.
First Coast News political analyst John Daigle says that while the results of these questions don't become law, they could influence future legislation.
Those could end up being really important information for local elected bodies trying to decide what kind of referendum to put on future ballots.
An advisory question that's only on the Republican ballot deals with gambling and asks, would you support a statewide vote to allow gaming in Georgia so the voters can decide this issue instead of politicians in Atlanta? Daigle actually thinks the total amount of questions could be harmful to some candidates whose races appear on ballots after the advisory questions.
I can see a lot of voters getting tired of those questions and stopping before they get to the third section on their ballot, which are the nonpartisan races.
There are 8 statewide questions on every ballot in Georgia, but certain counties have additional questions that are unique to their voters. For example, the Ware County Republican primary ballot has an additional 7 questions on top of their 8 from the state, so there's a total of 15 advisory questions on that ballot. Reporting Rich Donnelly, First Coast News, on your side.
Interesting. Thank you, Rich. And First Coast News is on your side for all things election related. Our Georgia Voter Guide, which includes a county-by-county breakdown of all the races on the ballot, as well as links to find your precinct and other important voting information. It can all be found right now in the featured section of firstcoastnews.com and the First Coast News app.